So we continue with our pattern now and see more problems on equating area to find out area or length. So this is a problem which was asked on the similar pattern that came in CAT 2020. Let's understand what is being given in this problem. So the sum of the perimeter of an equilateral triangle and a rectangle is 90. Okay. Area T is of triangle and area R is of rectangle, both in square centimeters. Satisfy this relationship, which is R is equals to T square. If the sides of the rectangle are in the ratio of 1:3, then the length in centimeter of the longer side of the rectangle is. So what do I understand from this? I'll get two equations. Okay, one from area and one from perimeter. I'll equate both and I'll reach on to my answer. Okay, you can start by option, but then it will complicate this. Okay, you can start such problem by option, not this one. Okay, so let's begin then. First, I'll make an equilateral triangle here, which is like this. And I'm saying that let one side of the equilateral triangle be A. So all the three sides would be A. So sum of the perimeter of an equilateral triangle plus a rectangle. So let's make a rectangle here. Let one of the side of the rectangle be x, so the other side will become 3x. Okay, because what do I know? The ratio of their side is 1:3. Okay, so if I say one of the side is x, the other side would become automatically 3x. The perimeter is given to me as 90, which means what? What is perimeter of this equilateral triangle? 3a, a plus a plus a. And what will be perimeter of this rectangle? X plus 3x, 4x into 2. Okay, because this will be 3x and this will be x. So if you add all of them, that is equal to 8x. So 8x, that is equal to 90. So here I get my equation 1. I need one more equation in terms of a and x so that I can equate them and I can reach on to my answer. Okay, that's all I need right now. So let's see, we have a relationship that is being given here. What is the next? The relationship between their area. R is equals to T square, something that I know. Now what is R? R is the area of the rectangle. What is area of the rectangle? 3x into x, which is nothing but, I can write it here as 3x square. That is equal to square of the area of the triangle. The triangle is an equilateral triangle. What is the formula for area of an equilateral triangle? Square root of 3 by 4 into side square. So side is a. So I'll write here square root of 3 by 4 into side square, which is a, the entire thing whole square, because it's t square. Okay, now just solve to this to reach on to the answer. So I'll take square root on both sides. Okay, that will get me x in terms of a square, and then I can substitute that. So I'll say, okay, taking square root on both sides, so this will become square root of 3 into x is equals to, this entire thing will be left, square root of 3 by 4 into a square. Okay, now what? This will get cancelled. Square root of 3 gets cancelled. So what do I have now? X is equals to a square by 4. Okay, that is what I get from this one. This will say this is my equation number 2. Okay, now just substitute 2 into 1 to reach on to the answer. So I'll say that this becomes 3a, okay, plus 8 into x. X is nothing but a square divided by 4. The entire thing is equals to 90. That's what I'll write it here. Okay, now if I cut this becomes 4 1s are 4 2s are. Now you can see this as a quadratic equation, which is 2a square plus 3a minus 90 is equals to 0. Now one way to look at this would be solve this. I need two number whose multiplication is 90 into 2 180 and their subtraction is equals to 3. So which are those number? 12 square is 144. Add 36 more to 144, 180. So 12 into 15 is 180 and 15 minus 12 will be equal to 3. So these are those number, 15 and then 12. That's what I'll write it in. Okay, you can just try with some values as well. Okay, what if I put this as 6? Okay, let's say this is 36 into 2 72 plus 6 into 3 18. 72 plus 18, that will be equal to 90. 90 minus 90 will be equal to 0. So you can do some trial and errors here as well. Okay, in case you don't want to solve this as a quadratic equation, but in case you are not able to get such kind of a click, what value will I substitute? Solve it traditionally by making this as a quadratic equation. So what will I say now? This is 2a square plus 15a minus 12a minus 90 is equals to 0. So if I take a as a common here, what is remaining is 2a plus 15. And if I take minus 6 as a common here, what is remaining is 2a plus 15. That is equals to 0. So a is equals to minus 15 by 2 or a is equals to 6, right? A cannot be negative because it's a side of an equilateral triangle. So a is equals to 6. Once you get a is equals to 6, the problem is solved. Okay, just substitute it here then. If a is equals to 6, 6 square is 36 by 4, x is equals to 9. Now what are they asking? They are asking me side of a rectangle, the longer side. That will be 9 into 3, 27 is your answer, which is option number B. Okay, so very easy question. Okay, you don't have to think much here. You just have to equate the two condition, get two equation, substitute and reach on to the answer. So again the same pattern, equating area to find out length or area. So let's continue with our pattern here now, which is about equating areas to find out area or length. So continuing with that pattern, we find one more problem on that pattern which came in the year 2021. Okay, let's understand what is the problem saying. So let D and E be the points on the side AB and EC respectively of triangle ABC. So the ratio of AD is to BD is given to me, and the ratio of A is to C is given to me. Then the area of triangle AD is 8. Then what is the area of triangle ABC? Okay, so for that I'll have to create a figure, and then I'll think which formula of area will I apply to reach on to my answer. Okay, we know many formula for area of the triangle, but which formula will suit this problem is something that we'll have to think. Whenever it is ratio, the first thing I think in such cases half AB sine theta. Okay, let's see if that formula can apply in this case. So I'll start by making a triangle here so that I can visualize the figure well. So I'll make a triangle. So this is a triangle ABC. D and E are the points on AB and AC. So D is a point on this and E is a point on AC, such that AD is to BD is 2 is to 1. So AD is to BD is 2 is to 1. See, what do you understand from this? This is the ratio. From the ratio, you cannot say the values. So the value could be AD is 2, BD is 1, or AD is 4, BD is 2, or AD is 6, BD is 3. You don't know. But whatever you are doing, you are multiplying this by one constant term. So if you multiply this by 2, you will get this. If you multiply this by 3, you will get this. So from converting the ratio to the value, you multiply by some one constant term, right? So I'm saying, okay, let this be x so that I can convert this to value. So I'm multiplying this by x so that in value terms, this will become 2x and this will become x. Similarly, I'll do this for A is to C. What is A is to C now? That is given to me as 2 is to 3. I'll multiply this by y. So I'll say this becomes 2y is to 3y. Okay, why am I doing this? Because then I can plot them on the triangle if I have the values. So I'll say what AD is equals to 2x. This AD is equals to 2x. And then BD is equals to x. Okay, similarly your A is equals to 2y. So I'll say this A is equals to 2y and C is equals to 3y. Okay, that's what I put it here. Now what is being given to me? I'm being given that area of triangle ADE. So if I join this D with E, there is a triangle that is being created here. Okay, if I just color this yellow triangle, the area of this yellow triangle is given to me as 8. And they are asking me what is the area of the triangle ABC, the bigger triangle. Okay, that is what you're supposed to find it out. So how will you start with this? So first I'll say, okay, I know the area of triangle ADE is 8. I know the formula for this. Okay, if I say this angle is equal to theta, so I can apply my formula half AB sine theta. From that I'll get some value of sine theta and then I'll apply it in the formula of area of triangle ABC and I can get the answer to that. Right, so let's apply it. So I'll say area of triangle ADE is equals to half into one side. See, this is the side 2x into the other side, that is nothing but 2y, into the sine of angle between the two, that is theta. So that becomes half into 2x into 2y into the sine of the angle between the two, that is nothing but theta. So that becomes my area of triangle ADE. So from this, what can I get? I can get the value of sine theta. I know already what is area of triangle ADE, that is equal to 8. So I'll write here that is equal to 8. So what do I get from this? 8 is equals to half into 2x into 2y into sine of theta. So if I just cut this gets cancelled. I'll see that sine theta is equals to 8 upon x into 2y. That is what I get it from my first part. Okay, let's see the second part. Now I'm being asked area of triangle ABC. Okay, that will be equal to what? That will be equal to, just check it. How will you apply the same formula in this case? I'll say that that will be equal to half into this 2x plus x. Okay, that is 3x into 2y plus 3y, 5y. So I'll say that this will be equal to half into 3x into 2y plus 3y, 5y into theta is same, right, for both the triangles. So sine of angle between the two sides, that is sine theta. But I already know from the first part what is sine theta. This. So I'll rub this now. Instead of sine theta, I'll write this, which is 8 upon x into. Now you understood why I did this, okay? Because now this x and x will get cancelled, y and y will get cancelled. I don't have any variable. All I have are constant term. I can reach on to the answer for my question. So what will you do now? Just solve this. So this will become what? 4 1s are 4, 2s are 8, 5 into 2, 10 into 3, 30 is your answer. And this is a theta question. You have to type in the answer of 30. Okay, so again a problem where you have to equate area to find area. We have been continuing this with this pattern since CAT 2000. Been watching that many of the problems follow this pattern. That's what you have to identify in the exam. Okay, that's what the purpose of this class is, to help you identify the pattern. You don't have to solve the problems randomly anymore. As I said, what will they ask you in geometry? They will either ask you to find angle, they will ask you to find length, or they will ask you to find area. What else they can ask in a 2D figure? It's a 3D figure, they will go for a volume. But what else can they ask in a 2D figure? So if they ask you to find out area, they will give you area. Area of some other part, they will ask you area of some other part. Or they will ask you to equate area to find out length. That's what has been happening since so many years. And that's the pattern that you have to see it here. Equating area, find out area or length. So we continue with our pattern where we are equating areas to find out area or length. And on the same pattern, we get one more problem, which was asked in CAT 2003. Okay, so let's understand what is given in this problem. So this is slightly different from the kind of problem or the pattern that we have been following. Since this is about equating areas, I had taken this problem here. Okay, but this is a little out of the pattern. We have to apply the formula of area of triangle, yes, what we have learned. Okay, but you have to understand this problem as well. Till the time you understand this problem, you cannot apply the formula. Okay, so this requires little bit of understanding of what is being given here. Okay, so let's see. Sprinters A, B, C traverse their respective path at uniform speed u, v and w. So A, B, C have a uniform speed of u, v and w respectively. It is known that u square, v square, w square, the ratio of that is equals to area A, area B, area C. So what is area A? Area A is the area covered by the path that is being traveled by A. Area B is the area covered by the path that is being traveled by B, and so is area C, the area covered by the path that is being traveled by C, and that is proportional to their speed u square, v square, w square. Okay, so what could be their path? How are they running? Okay, this can happen. What do you know about equilateral triangle? What do you know? The area of the equilateral triangle is square root of 3 by 4 into side square, right? So their area is equal to some square. Okay, so that is where you will have to think that they are traveling across a path which is an equilateral triangle. So even A is traveling across this equilateral triangle, B is traveling across this, and C is traveling across this. So these are the points A1, A2, A3 of a triangle. See, it's given area A, area B, area C are areas of the triangle A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, and C1, C2, C3 respectively. So what kind of triangle they would be? If their area is equal to ratio of some square, they would be equilateral triangle. Okay, or else you cannot solve this problem. Or else there are so many possibilities to it. Okay, you have to take these triangles as an equilateral triangle. So A1, A2, A3, this would be B1, B2, B3, and this would be C1, C2, and then C3. The path across which they are traveling. So A is traveling like this, going from A1 to A2 to A3 and then coming back to A1. B is again traveling like this. A is traveling with the speed of U. B is traveling with the speed of V. And C is traveling with the speed of W. Again, this should be your path. You can take it in the other way as well. Doesn't matter, but this is the path that they are traveling. Now, what is being asked? Where would A and C be when B reaches point B3? So B started from here, and let's say B started from here and B goes like this and reaches point B3. So B1 to B3. During that time, what is the path that is being traveled by A? Where will A reach? Okay, so let's understand what is being given here. So I know they are equilateral triangles. So area of triangle A is to area of triangle B is to area of triangle C. What would they be equal to? They would be equal to their proportional to their side square, because square root of 3 by 4 into side square. So what is the side of the triangle that is being traveled by A? One of side is equal to all the three sides, right? So I'll take one of the side, A1, A2. That will be proportional to A1, A2 square. Okay, this comes from this. So if they are in proportion, A1, A2 would be proportion with B1, B2 square would proportion with C1, C2 square. Okay, this comes from the formula of area of the equilateral triangle, which is square root of 3 by 4 into side square. So their area would be proportional to their respective side ka square. But this is given to me as this is equals to what? U square is to V square is to W square. So A1, A2 square, B1, B2 square, C1, C2 square is equals to U square is to V square is to W square. If I take square root on both the side, what will I get? U is to V is to W is equals to A1, A2 is to B1, B2 is to C1, C2. Right? That's what I will get. Okay, now I just have to reach on to my answer. So the question is being, now you can do anything from this. Okay, whatever is being asked, apply it in that way. Where would A and C be when B reaches point B3? So for B to reach point B3, it will have to travel like this. Right, so let's say if I apply this entire thing by 2, this 2, this 2, this 2, so this becomes 2, this becomes 2, this becomes 2. So this is 2A1, A2. 2A1, A2, if I assume all of them are starting like this and traveling in this way, so 2A1, A2 means it is traveling from A1 to A2 and then from A2 to A3, right? Because it is 2A1, A2, twice of the side. So when A is traveling two sides, going from A1 to A3, C is also traveling two sides, going from C1 to C3. B is also traveling two sides, 2B1, B2, traveling from B1 to B3. So when A goes from A1 to A3, B will go from B1 to B3. It will also travel two sides. Traveling two sides means B1 to B3. C will also travel two sides. So C will go from C1 to C3. That is what is being asked here. When B reaches point B3, A reaches point A3 and C reaches point C3 respectively. So answer would be B. Okay, so what did I understand from this? I have to first think right way that it's an equilateral triangle. Okay, that's when only it can be solved. Then I take the relationship of the area of the equilateral triangle with its sides. From that I get some relationship and then I see what is being asked. So when A travels two sides, B is also traveling two sides, C is also traveling two sides. So all of them, if they start from one point, that is A1, B1 and C1, they would be reaching A3, B3 and C3. Okay? All of them would be traveling two sides by then. Okay? So that's what is my answer. Option number B. So as I said, does not fit into the pattern. It requires a lot of thinking. Ideally, I would keep this problem as very difficult. Okay, so if there are easy, moderate, difficult, this would be very difficult. Okay, the kind of problem you may not get the click to. But just know that, okay, this kind of problem also fits into our pattern because it's about equating areas to find out something that is being given in the problem. Okay, not to ideally find out area or length. That's why I said not our pattern, but it's about area. Okay, that's why we take it as a problem in equating areas.